What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is David Feldman-Makrias, and today what I want to discuss briefly is how do you determine whether or not the overall economy is affecting your advertising, affecting your clients, affecting demand of the products that you're either trying to sell or advertising to sell. So without further ado, let's just jump in. So what happened was something went wrong in one of my paid campaigns that I run for a client, specifically Google Ads. And we were getting this really rocky performance, and it happened to align with the market corrections that are happening right now. And today, as of this recording, is September 28th, 2022 at 8:06 in the morning. And I wanted to show a quick graph about what I'm talking about. So if I look at the S&P 500, which is a good indicator because it's an index, but it's a good indicator of where the market's at in general. Over the last month, we've seen a 9.51% decrease. I forget the criteria for what's labeled as a correction, but obviously a significant dip. And in the past, the market, especially investments and things of that nature, have had impact on overall businesses, right? As far as consumer confidence and willingness to buy and inflation. How does all of this play a part in advertising in a specific product for a specific business? Now, disclaimer, it's going to advertise. It's going to affect different businesses in different ways. And I handle a wide variety of clientele, going from automotive industry, from home and goods to parts to all sorts of different verticals. So overall, it's going to affect it. It's going to affect each industry a little bit differently. But here's how I was able to tell whether or not the market had something to play a part of in this roller coaster that we're finding of this campaign type, or was it something related to what I was doing and how I could fix that. So, and to give you a little bit of context as well, we've been experimenting with Performance Max for the last few months, and those constant adjustments, Performance Max in the instances of the two businesses I'm going to show you, have a very, very key role in how their revenue and transactions happen, right? They get a lot of their revenue from Google Ads. So it's definitely important to understand exactly what's happening and how, if at all, does the market over here, does the market play a part of that? So the first thing I look at is just overall website traffic, not even transactions, not even revenue. I want to see a baseline. I want to see the vanity metrics, as we say, website users or traffic. What is happening in a wide scale so that I can see if there's any disruptions or patterns that may be abnormal. So I'm going to hop into analytics here, and I'm going to shrink myself down. So what I'm looking at, again, for the S&P 500, I'm looking at the last month. It's August 29th to about September 27th. So if I'm looking at analytics, I'm looking at August 29th to September 27th, last 30 days, and I'm comparing. Let's compare it to the previous year. So the blue line will indicate this year, while the orange line will indicate last year in this example. So you know what? Let's take the orange line off just for clarity. So what I noticed with this account, and this is in the home and goods industry, actually both these examples would be in the home and goods industry. What I noticed with this account is there were slight increases. I didn't see too much of a drop off or dip in traffic. It didn't even correlate exactly to the slopes here. And we see the larger slope happening, or the second largest slope happening on the 29th. I should say second largest peak. You have the first largest peak happening on the 12th, and then just a downward decrease. Ooh, sorry for everybody investing, including me. So if we have the 29th and the 12th, if we go back to analytics, where's the 29th here? We really didn't have a lot of traffic here. and then we see the 12th, but we actually see an uptick and then a surge in overall traffic. Now, I know that this client has specific campaigns that are relative towards different type of demand based on events that happen. So I know I need to take that into account. Now, if I go inside, what I like to do is look up natural traffic. And a great indicator of that is search traffic, non-paid, because you're not paying for clicks and things to come to your website. It's just your natural organic traffic. So, traffic sources that can indicate that would a little bit would be Google Organic. Google Organic would be a nice indicator of natural demand for this product. Direct None is also a nice indicator of natural demand. And I'm actually going to put on Direct None because I know Google Organic actually plays into the events too, because I want to get rid of the unrelated events, and I want to see natural demand as much as possible, right? So if I click Direct None here, while this line loads, you can see, okay, on the 29th, here's the 29th, we actually had an increase, which is the exact opposite of what happened, and then we had a natural decrease. Interesting to see. So maybe there was a little bit of an effect there. And then we rose again, going back down, and then here's that 12th, here's that other peak here, and then it more so stabilized with overall users to the site. So the main, the reason why I look up direct is the main reason people will be looking up this company specifically directly, and any traffic falling under direct would be people looking to buy product. They do sell products online. So this is an indicator of, okay, there's some fluctuations going on. I would have to drill a little bit deeper to see which landing page they were landing on, to make sure it wasn't that specific event that's non-related to the market. But overall, from a snapshot, at least from what I can tell, it hasn't been affected that much. And what that gives me is when I'm running these campaigns and I go, oh, okay, the market is adjusting right now, but revenue's adjusting too. You need to be able to dig a little bit deeper to find out, okay, is it the campaigns I'm running, or is it just overall market conditions that I cannot control or influence as one person? So that's one way to do it. I have another example here too. Same time frame here, and I'm actually looking at, let's look at the previous year. Same time frame here too. The blue line represents this year while the orange line represents last year, and I don't really see any difference. And this was the actual account where I was having campaign irregularities, and that was correlating to the same time as the market dip. So obviously from this graph, you see this increase and then a decrease. You could see the trend, right? Even if you look at the 6 months, you could see a bigger waves and dips. But again, looking at this graph here, only up to a month, I don't really see, this one, I don't really see any irregularities. But of course, I want to look at organic traffic. I'm going to switch it up and look at organic traffic now. See, organic traffic, I don't really see any irregularities, interestingly enough. I see consistent overall website traffic. And this account doesn't have the same other event type advertising, so I could actually have a better conclusion from this graph saying that, okay, this business wasn't really affected, at least overall traffic wasn't really affected by market conditions, at least in the snapshot and time frame that I'm looking at. I also want to look at direct traffic because I looked at direct traffic in my other instance. And to really filter down too, you would have to also look at the landing page that people are going to, because that would actually help decipher your conclusion. Let's look at direct traffic now. Okay, so we have some spikes going on here, but mostly even throughout. I did notice when I did that comparison, I was a little bit off as far as last year, but my overall traffic from last year, not just direct, has gone up. So there could be multiple facets and reasons for that. I don't think that that is an indicator or conclusion of, the comparison to the market right now. So my conclusions, at least in a brief snapshot, is, again, I don't think, the market does play a part in the overall economy, consumer confidence, buying patterns, things of that nature, but I don't think, at least over the snapshot that I'm taking, that it had a dramatic effect in the two businesses in this example. And again, what I'm looking at is just natural demand. And what I mean by that is, at least in this instance, is natural traffic to the website, which would be categorized under direct none and Google organic, okay? As far as source mediums in Google Analytics. There's a lot of other things that can influence that, okay? You have to take it on a business by business and industry by industry basis. There's a lot of businesses that don't properly UTM tag there are other advertisers, so you can get a lot of pushed paid traffic, indirect none. So you have to be wary of that. It depends, again, like my first example, if you have other events that the business is catered to besides the market, there could be spikes in traffic from that, so you would have to filter it out. There's a lot of individual specificities that this example won't cover, but if you know them, it will help you actually find the pattern, right? It'll help you actually dig a little bit deeper to see what's really happening. So again, just to summarize, how do I know if the market has any impact in overall advertising for specific industries or clients? You can look at natural demand. And the best way to do that is look at your own data and look at anything that has natural demand in bulk, like organic traffic from Google or direct traffic to the website. Those are great places to start. Hope this video helps, guys. If you'd like it, please give me a thumbs up or give me some comments if you'd like to see other videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.